Alright, hello and welcome back to Sakura Spirit. It's been a few days, but since we left off, we met a few descriptive characters. We met two foxes, was it? I think it was these two. I think these are the main characters actually. We met these two characters and these two characters. These were the cops and these were like the robbers, and they stole some lingerie from these ladies. I forgot where we left off, so let's just pick it back up. Let's load key. When we exited the forest, alarms set off in my mind. The city I had lived in my whole life was gone. So yeah, I think where we came back is like they took us to a dojo place, or a village actually, and now we're just back here. Or not back here, but we're in a new place and he doesn't even know where he is. You got to be kidding me. If I wasn't in Tsukino Toshi, then where the hell was I? Okay. Hey, no talking. Come on. I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda, maybe a punch or two. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easily. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movement and enough force, that's the result you get. Man, this guy's like the judo master, you know? He dodges everything. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? It clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look like they belong in some sort of classic samurai movie. Huh? What the heck is a movie? Movie? This is Harumaru. Harumaru. It's been here forever. Harumaru. That's pretty fun to say. Harumaru, guys. Oof. She's my favorite right now. Hikage. I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke again. The tsundere vibes continue. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to. Must be tough being the subordinate of something like that. Be quiet or I will silence you for good. This time it didn't seem to be an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana and was now resting the edge of her blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played Akira earlier. Hopefully there would be someone with more common sense in the village. Several minutes later. Okay, we're now like in a prison. I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking tsundere of a girl glaring down at me while the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a little. So Narumi is the pink-haired girl, if you don't recall. From what I had gathered during the conversations, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. Why are they still carrying their weapons? I don't understand. Are they like that scared of me? What's the purpose of these thefts have? Or what purpose did these thefts have? Or are you just some pervert who gets off sniffing girls' undies? I ought to castrate you. I already told you. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention, anything worn by you would probably smell sour. Sour. I couldn't see too well from those cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Oh, look at that village guy. So old. Why in everything they have like this black spot? I don't understand what that is. It's like a birthmark kind of thing on their head. It's so shiny too. Okay, so the village elder is speaking. Tsukino Dono, please calm down. You brought him to tell her the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you? That is correct, Elder Sama. I believe he was working together with the fox spirits to steal panties and other undergarments. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation was fabricated. Narumi-san, would you please answer this question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is, myself, anywhere near those girls while you two were in pursuit of him? Hold it. Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down. Hey, Mio-san. Maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him where he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's clearly a panty thief. And we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. That's not nice. Finally, and here I thought this was about some... sorry, I'm jumbling up my words right now. Finally, and here I thought this was about to become a turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act despite the seriousness of the situation. Who would have ever thought mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? Haha, so he's playing, what's that game? Phoenix Wright? Objection! As long as it didn't become Ace Prisoner, I get it, Ace Prisoner, then things would hopefully turn out for the better.
A wise idea, Narumi-chan! How about you start by giving us your name, young man, young old lad, Willie...
Kushiken Takahiro.
So, what were you doing in the forest with these twos were chasing the thieves?
I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at the shrine, hidden inside the forest. Next thing I knew, some weird girl was talking to me.
A girl?
I don't know what a girl is. What's a girl? Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her before I must have fainted. After that, I woke up somewhere in the forest.
Tsukino Dono, Narumi-chan, do you recall the source behind the shrine near our village?
Forgive me, Elder-sama, I do not recall. I know it's a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I cannot remember the details. Sorry, grandfather.
That shrine belongs to Sayori, a powerful spirit that has been watching over our village for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I still think
I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you would let me just I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you would just let me go in and find their home. It's probably hidden in some damp cave on the hill or some rundown old house.
Humans and spirits rarely mingle, even if they meet with their good intentions. The fact that this lad says he saw a spirit means that there is a chance he has there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems to be very disoriented, and his clothes look foreign.
He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that around for miles. Sorry. He was also talking about something called move, and he used some fighting techniques that I've never seen before. He's still a pervert! I'm not a pervert. It's perfectly natural for a guy my age to be curious about certain things. Besides, if you're talking about how the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it, tsundere tyrant. What did you just call me? I ought to smash you to pieces, you brat. Oh, wait, now that I think about it, these two foxes did look like they were just abandoning them. But grandfather, what does this all mean?
Can't be certain. However, I believe it is unlikely that he's working together with the fox spirits. Still, I have never heard of any human to come upon a spirit such as Sayori. I dare say he might not even be of this world. Wait, are you trying to say that I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation.
Look at his face, it's like that _dash face, that's hilarious. In what world would that be considered logical? But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has ever experienced something like this before. We will have to think of how to deal with you, or if it even is possible to get you back to your own world. Man, I'm messing with my words all the time right now. In the meantime, A night in the cell won't hurt. He did assault a village guard, and he resisted arrest. He could stay here until he rots for all I care, but I suspect the elder will wish to have a talk with you soon. Hokage, I'm going to clean myself off. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. Those fox spirits run fast! I would still like to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to go a few rounds with you. It's not like I'll be going anywhere for the time being.
It is, and only for a few hours while we discuss what to do with you. A person such as yourself would end up causing quite the commotion amongst the villagers, so it is necessary to convince them that you mean that no harm before we release you.
And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell, while the people responsible for my situation left to deal with personal errands. This sucks. As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough, I'm stuck in a jail cell with my only company being familiar older voice. A pair of beautiful, magnificent, majestic fox sisters. You lucky boy. Pair of beautiful. Wait a second. Yahoo! Hi there, panty boy! Oh, it's a foxes. I know it's the foxes. A familiar face appeared at the top of my cell. A blonde girl with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared, a wry grin on her face. Aha! Ah, it's the panty thieves. If you're here to reclaim your hostages, they are right back where they belong. Nope. We saw the guards go into the bath and swipe the maiden's silk again. Look. With that, she pulled out a pair of lacy silken underwear from her sleeve, stretched out with her thumbs, showing off her panty prize to me. Wow. You came all the way back here to snatch the underwear again? And I'm not sure the tsundere times fits the label. Ooh. Second fave character, I guess. The cutie with the katana? You'd be surprised. I happen to believe that she is as innocent as one can be. She seems far too uptight to let any man touch her. As for returning to the village, we have a debt to settle. I smiled ruefully as I wondered what the fox meant by debt. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be, but I think you better leave before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about it, we can just leave, Unisama.
Mako, this is not how we do things, young man. Your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicament without harm. This place is in your debt, for which we are now repaying you. Mako, do the magic.
What are they gonna do to me? I hope it's something crazy cool, like they give me special powers and superpowers. Okay. The younger girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began mumbling something that I couldn't even begin to understand. Her hands began slowly glowing brightly. Different worlds, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic? Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and end up destined to save the world. Just like in every other, anime. That said, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. Ha! The glow flared for a moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss and then a sizzle, and the lock dripped to the floor in a mess of melted metal. Look at her face, just like the greater than underscore less than symbol. Emoticon. Look at her face, it's just like so nonchalant about everything, like nothing's happening. Well done, Meiko-chan. You did very well. Relax now, alright? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. The fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept that this is normal. This level of magic is extraordinary. Meiko-chan is quite gifted. But as I said, we are here to settle our debt. If you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where we first encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards are not bathed for long. I should know. I have observed them for a while. Well, I don't plan on sticking around, so I'll gladly accompany the two of you out of here. Maybe I'll be able to find a way back home. Lead the way, Peeping Tammy. That's a good name, Peeping Tammy. Machiko. Sakurano Machiko, not Tammy. Oh, she's so happy. She's still like really scared. I don't know why. She's so happy. Oh, that's so cute. Takiro, but I suggest we keep the introductions for later. Very well then, Taka-kan. Follow. As I was stepping out of the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves! Crafty fucks! Kleptomaniacs! I'll skin you alive! I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us started out to the prison. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one I visited before I got caught up in the mess. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. I know that spirits such as Shiori enjoyed playing with people, but this seems a little cruel for her. I would speak with her myself, but fox spirits are not allowed near the shrine. Huh? I thought the reason we never go there was because you get all flustered whenever Sewer-chan's around. Shut up, Mako. I didn't realize that people could get embarrassed like that. But maybe you two could show me the way to the shrine? Somehow the layout of this forest seems different from my world. Which pretty much meant that Aria's map was useless now. You do not understand. There's more ways of us spirits than meets the eye, Taka-kan. I will try to navigate you to the shrine, but if Suri does not want us there, we will simply not get there. The only places we can navigate directly are our home and the village. We should go back to her home. Oh, I want to see what their house is like, or wherever they live. That'd be pretty awesome. I can use gate magic, but that takes a super long time to cast, and unless I concentrate really hard, it usually ends up just taking us someplace not fun. I think I'll prefer taking the ground route. What do you guys say, route or route? But thanks for the offer, Mako-chan. Was it? That's right, Sakurano Mako, at your service. Yay, my first human friend. Silly girl. Not that I doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a while ago? Oh, you're right. Why are we back here, Onisama? Huh? I thought you were leading the way. Wait. I think if we turn this way, cut through these trees here, we might... Ah! The girl seemingly disappeared outside as she stepped in between two tall trunks, only to be followed by a loud splash. Oh boy. Hot springs, here we come! I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl, arms flailing wildly, neck down deep in the slow-moving river. Yes. Unisama, quick, please, you have to help her, I'm begging you, I'll do whatever you want, just please save her. Help! Doesn't look that deep, you know. Don't tell me that your sister can't. She can't swim, neither of us can. Please, Takiro-sama, please rescue my sister. I guess I don't have a choice. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket into the cold water, sending shivers down my spine as I swam towards Machiko, who, despite the lack of a strong heart, was slowly disappearing under the water. Urged on by the worried shouts of Mako, I tried to reach the girl as quickly as possible. It took me a few strokes before I reached her, but by the time I had grabbed a hold of her and pulled her out of the water, she had lost consciousness. She's not breathing. I felt my stomach drop. Dreadful thoughts of what might have happened if I didn't do something began to fill my mind. But what in the world could I possibly do? CPR? Is there supposed to be something here? I don't know what that is. She's not breathing. Help her. Please save her. Unisama, please wake up. Okay, but I need to concentrate. Can you find something to dry off? Right. Great. I made sure that revive spell. As if trying to steal my nerves for what I was about to do, I muttered those words just before leaning in. All I could remember from my first aid training was that the patient had to be in a so-called recovery position, and that I had to blow air in their mouth and push down on their chest. My heart pounded faster and faster as I looked at the box grill. I could feel my cheeks heating up as I blushed across my face. Yes, CPR. It's the first face right here. Clumsily, I put her into what I hoped was the right position, and slowly I lowered myself toward her face. My lips. Oh! Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna end it here for today. This is gonna be for next time. Hope you guys can't see that bottom part. Oh my goodness, this music. Holy poop. Okay. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, and comment for the next video. Let's hit 5 likes today. Let's see if we can hit 5. I don't know if we can. I don't know for the next episode. But thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye bye.